In our previous video, we uncovered 3 different sides of Udaipur, including this hotel, the super exclusive Taj Lake Palace. Today, we are back in the city comparing 3 of the best rated backpackers hostels in Udaipur across these 9 categories, all in an effort to identify and crown the ultimate hostel in Udaipur. Each hostel has various dorms to choose from, but in general, you should expect this. This right here is the 8-bedded female AC dorm, and it's where I'll be staying for the night. It's pretty large. There are 4 bunk beds, and they all have pink color curtains that you can see, which kind of offers you a lot of privacy, and it looks pretty cool also. Come on. At the bottom of each bed, there are 2 big drawers that you can open and put all your luggage in, and you can lock these drawers. So in that way, the security here also is pretty good. Each individual bed has its own plug point, a light, and a fan. The Moustache dorm offered the same things, but weirdly, Zostel did not have individual fans or curtains for the bunk beds. This is the 4-bed mixed dorm. It has an AC, thermostat, a fan as well, a couple of lights that make it nice and bright. There are 4 lockers, 1 for each bed. The lockers are pretty big enough. They can fit a lot of stuff, and your bigger bags, you can put them under the bed. There's a view of the lake outside, but it's been boarded up, so that's kind of pointless. This bed here is mine. The beds are pretty comfortable. They each have their own socket and their own personal lamp. This is the bathroom. Let's check it out. There's a shower, a wash basin, and WC. Very functional, small. There's a water heater as well, so that's good. Small and functional exactly describe the other 2 bathrooms as well, but GoStops had a small additional feature. The basin is outside, so that also is another good point since there are 8 people sharing this room. Some of them can brush their teeth while the others are using the bathroom. The sleep was pretty good. The mattress is quite comfortable. I had a small issue with the fact that my bedsheet had holes in it, but I guess that's okay if you're paying 500 rupees to get a room. We have bright lights, and then when you switch all the lights off, there is a dim red light that continuously stays on. So in that way, it's easy for the others in the dorm to just enter without switching on the bright lights and waking you up from your sleep. However, in terms of noise, I was initially not very happy because our dorm room was just next to the gaming area, and everybody had come there to chill, while some of us, like Victor and I, are early sleepers. We sleep by 10-11, and it was quite noisy for a while. Moustache's communal areas are away from the rooms, so there wasn't much noise, but it had another problem. I had an issue with the bed sheet, which was very, very thin. So since my bed was directly in front of the AC, it got incredibly cold in the night. One more thing was my bed did not have a curtain because somebody had broken the curtain, so that was a bit uncomfortable. The best of the bunch though was GoStops. So the sleep here, I had a pretty good sleep. I had a really late night because the communal area was so lively. Came back quite late, but I immediately fell asleep. The room was dark, the bed was very soft, and there was no space on the side of the bed, so I was not worried that some of my electronics would fall off. And plus there were curtains for privacy, which was something I really liked. Another thing that you might have noticed is this fan over here that's behind me. Yes, each bed had a personal fan, which was awesome. So this here is GoStops Udaipur's communal space. It's on the terrace, and it has an attached cafe as well to it. And everything is so bright. I totally like the yellow color and this pink and this blue, and everything so vibrant and nice. There are plenty of pots with creepers hanging, which looks amazing. Plus they also have a bookshelf over here with a lot of interesting reads. There's also this foosball table. This here is the menu for the day, which is pretty interesting, don't you think? There's a lot there. And Udaipur can be so hot during this time, but fortunately this communal area has a bunch of fans and a lot of coolers. So overall the temperature here is pretty okay. There are a lot of these USB extension cords hanging from around this place. So that's amazing if you want to work here.
And this right here is the dining table, so you can sit and eat or even work if you want to.
If you want to work, however, note that I had significant problems with the Wi-Fi here, unlike the other two hostels. Besides that, everything was great.
Zostel Udaipur has two major common spaces. One is the cafe cum restaurant that's there on the terrace with the most amazing views, and the other one is right on the lowest floor in the basement. That's the game room with nice sitting area. It has a pool table, carom boards and a lot of other stuff.
Neither of these could hold a candle to Moustache's common areas though.
This here is the Moustache kitchen. So it's a communal space come a restaurant. It has a table tennis board here and really nice sitting areas. Also it's attached to a terrace sit out as well. This is communal space too. It's the sit out on the terrace. It's amazing. It has 360 views of the entire city. There are the lakes on one side, city of Udaipur on the other side. So this right here is the fourth common space. Again, it has this amazing grass texture at the bottom and the place is super sitting. There is a bookshelf with a lot of books. There are a couple of games. There are a couple of beds that if you want to just chill out with your friends and crash over here, that's also fine. And a bunch of paintings all over. And one part of this room has that net sitting area on top.
What good are these empties though if there isn't anyone fun to experience them with? The kind of people you meet in any hostel really depends on your luck and your open-mindedness. But for the most part, you're very likely to find like-minded travelers who will be willing to hang out and explore the city. The only distinguishing factor I found was that Zostel does not serve alcohol or allow the consumption of alcohol. GoStops does not serve it but lets you get your own from outside. Moustache serves alcohol and also lets you get your own from outside with a small portage. The staff in all three hostels were great.
They speak mostly Hindi, but they can definitely understand English and they help you out when you're required.
But a special shout out to Heba from Moustache.
So that right there was Hiba, and she's at the reception at Moustache, and she's so far the most fun person I've come across in Udaipur, so I'm excited to be staying here at Moustache.
But regardless of which hostel you choose,
If you have any requests, they'll probably help you out. Everything that we have asked so far, we have received, and it's been amazing. At the end, we were supposed to check out at 10 a.m., but we were still packing, and they were very kind enough to give us some extra time to make sure that we finished packing.
I was very impressed with the security in all three hostels, with their security cameras and vigilant staff. GoStops even had a secure entry gate. Zostel's lockers had a provision to use your own padlock. Similarly at GoStops,
There are drawers at the bottom which have locks, so you can lock your stuff in it and head out.
But Moustache was the best of the bunch with RFID door locks to the dorm and an electronic keypad for your locker. Both Zostel and Moustache are very close to each other and just a quick 10 minutes from the city centre, where there's a vintage car museum, the Bada Bazaar.
Bada Bazaar, I saw some really nice footwear stores with some really nice chappals that are in the Rajasthani style, so I'm trying to pick up something. Hopefully there's something that I like.
Many tiny art stores, and even the city palace. But they're on super busy streets. On the other hand, GoStops is on the other side of Lake Pichola, across the pedestrian bridge.
This bridge has an amazing view. Now just look at that view behind me. Yes, that you can see there is the city palace.
You'll have to add 5 additional walking minutes to reach most attractions, but it's a much quieter street. We even went for a very late night walk to the Ghat, and the entire place was very safe, I would say. Finally, the price. It mainly depends on the type of dorm you opt for. But essentially, the cheapest AC dorm bed and non-AC dorm beds cost this, making Moustache just a touch cheaper than the rest. And the verdict: if you tally up the points, Moustache obviously wins. But it's not so simple. If you want the best sleep, choose GoStops. The beds are more comfortable with private fans, There are curtains and there's not much noise within the dorm. If you simply want a place to crash that's near the city centre, choose Zostel or Moustache. If you want the best bang for your buck and you find yourself valuing lively communal spaces, choose Moustache. Thanks for watching.